skater, or originally what I knew it as was the spider skater, and basically what it was friends of mine that was fishing in Argentina, and they wanted this fly, this unusual dry fly, which is basically all hackle. It's just two large hackles, and this is how I tied it. This is a pattern that basically you may laugh at, but it catches a lot of fish. And it's just, you just have to try it. Now I've got the Leon feathers here. This is just the speckled one, or dark speckled as they call it. Now you can use 4, or in this case I'm just going to use 2. Now the thread I'm using is a uni thread in black. Now the hook I'm using is a Camasan, it's a B160, and it's a size 8. Now the B160 is basically it's got the gape of a size 8 but the shank of a size 10. It's a medium wire hook and it's really strong, so and it's ideal for dries, especially a fly like this. Now what I've done here is I've basically got 2 feathers, and now if you were tying 2 either side, or 2 at the back and 2 at the front, you would obviously line them up and tie them in together, but I'm doing only one at the back and one at the front. Now I'm using the natural curve of the feather, which is this way towards the eye, and I'm going to wind the feather up halfway. So I've obviously taken the shank down to the barb, the thread, sorry, down to the barb, and basically I'm going to wind the thread back up halfway, and then remove the waste. Just come in and remove the waste, and then winding your hackle, one turn in front of the other, just working your way up, nice and tight. Another turn and that should do it. Cross your thread, good, 3 or 4 turns down, and then trim away your waste. Now obviously don't throw away the point of the hackle, and then just as I say, tidy up. Now I've put wax on the thread, I'm just going to put some more. Then I'm going to get the other hackle. Now this hackle is facing towards the eye. Now I'm going to wind the other hackle on, but this time I'm going to the natural curve of the feather towards the back of the hook, or towards the bend. Make sure you get it up nice and tight to the area where you want it to start, and then take the thread down towards the eye. You really have to basically try this fly to see how it really works. It's very popular in some countries. And now I'm going to wind up to the eye with the natural curve of the feather obviously facing towards the back. Just make sure you don't catch. Make sure your thread's out the way. There are no fibres going forward. There's a couple here that I've caught. Just draw them back and do a turn. You keep winding right down towards the eye. Get to this point here, cross your thread. Now I'm going to fold these back just to secure them in. Again, make sure you wax your thread, and then I'm going to whip finish. Just ignore the hackle just now, and take that up, trim away your thread, and trim away your hackle. Now basically what you should have is these fibres all facing in together all the way around. And if you can see that, now that's basically the fly tied itself. Now what I'm going to do is, now I used to use a flexible cement. I have a material called flue glue. And what I'm going to use here, this is the UV resin. It's a light. Now I'm going to just rub this on the very ends of the hackles, and it forms like a kind of star shape. But the easiest way to do it, the way I have, is to put it on a needle, and then just run along the edges. Just keep going. Now the resin is a UV resin that sets with a torch. Now you just keep going. You can either get a star effect and you leave it like that, don't touch it, and then come in with the light. What I used to obviously do with when it was the flue glue, obviously just allow it to dry. But with the resin, all you do is come round. Now I've tied these with just standard badger and badger hackles, and I'll show you one that I've tied just with badger hackles, and they did work, but the original was with the Coq de Leon. That should be it. Now the resin itself, the resin's actually flexible, so it's even perfect. It's ideal for a fly like this. Now there's the badger. Obviously it doesn't have the same markings as of the Coq de Leon, but again you see that kind of star effect, and that's got the resin all the way around. Then all you have to do is just put a wee bit of varnish in at the head, tidy up, and there you are. And that's the skater, or in my case it was the spider skater. I'll just show you what it's like. There we go.